Hello everyone, Levon Dermendjian here, USA Water Polo National Referee Manager. Today I'm going to discuss the new penalty foul rule for fouling a player from behind within the 6-meter area. When a player is facing the goal or is swimming toward the goal within the 6-meter area and is fouled or impeded from behind in a probable goal situation, a penalty foul must be awarded if the player cannot continue the action. It is a penalty foul regardless if the player is holding the ball or not. The only way to defend in this position is for the defender to make contact with only the ball or the hand of the attacking player. There are several important things to note regarding this rule. This rule does not take precedence over the advantage rule. It does not make a penalty foul an automatic call. The referee must allow the player to continue the action. Once they cannot continue due to the foul, the penalty is then awarded. This rule only applies in a probable goal situation. If it's not a probable goal situation, the player holding the ball can be tackled like they would in any other situation in the game. And lastly, this rule does not change the definition of a probable goal. The circumstances when determining a probable goal are being within the 6-meter area, facing or swimming toward the goal, having one or more defenders in front or nearby to play the ball would not be considered a probable goal, and lastly, having a poor shooting angle or moving toward the cage in a poor angle would not be considered a probable goal. Let's watch a few videos regarding this new rule. This first video is the clearest example of this new rule. The defender from behind pulls the arm of the player, which doesn't allow the player to shoot. Correct penalty call. Here we have a referee whistling a penalty too quickly. The player was in the act of shooting. The referee must allow the play to continue and for the player to complete the action. Here we see a perfect outlet pass from the best goalkeeper in the world, our very own Ashley Johnson, which leads to a penalty foul for the defender hitting the player's arm from behind. As a reminder, the only way to defend in this position is to touch only the ball or the hand. In this video, we see the new penalty foul called incorrectly. The player was not facing the cage and another defender was nearby. This is not considered a probable goal situation, thus the new penalty rule would not apply here. The more appropriate call would be to exclude the center defender for coming over the top of the player and sinking. This video is an example of a clear penalty foul. Not only did the defender hit the arm of the player, she was also holding her suit with her left hand before the ball arrived. The referee should wait a split second to see if the goal is scored. Had the goal scored, the goal would have counted and no penalty would have been charged to the defender. In this video, we have a penalty foul called incorrectly. When the attacking player made the move to gain inside water, another defender was between him and the goal. This is not considered a probable goal situation. In this case, the defender from behind is allowed to hit the arm of the attacking player without it being a foul. Similar situation in this video. When the attacking player turned inside water, another defender was close enough to make a play on the ball. Again, this would not be considered a probable goal situation. The defender from behind should have been excluded for holding, as he did not raise his hands quick enough to show that he was not fouling. In this video, the referee shows great patience and timing of when the penalty foul was called. The defender initially impedes the player from behind by swimming on her back. The referee correctly ignored this foul and allowed the action to continue. Once the goalie made a play on the ball and the defender fouled with both hands, it was clear the action could not be completed and the penalty foul was awarded. And lastly, another example of great patience as the player was able to complete the action even though he was impeded from behind. Well, I hope you enjoyed this presentation. Until next time, stay healthy everyone.